get into Heron's formula and solving a triangle. Area of a triangle have ABC sine C, have AB sine C. Maybe area of a triangle by matrices as much as we can. And then we get into cosine. We shall do some applications like a parallelogram rule in law of cosine. We shall get to vectors and find the rectangular vectors, and we shall convert rectangular vectors to trigonometric vectors. We shall be able to convert them. There are things that are very important that we need to know. Okay, so we have to start somewhere. So I have this unfinished practice test 3. So wherever we stop today, then I will make the practice test from there. I'm not going to give you their own because they had time to do it. They had 30, they have 15 weeks. We didn't have 15 weeks, but let's try and do what we can do. All right, so the first question, and I'm not even going to follow them step by step, but look at this. Which one is the correct answer? Sine A over A equal to sine B over B. Okay, choose the correct answer. A over sine A equal to B over sine B. And then sine A over A, this is not. And this is not. So we can take the ones that are, the important thing is that we're going to solve the problem. We shall use that to solve the problem. I already told you that we are not going to be working on ambiguous case is not going to be there. Okay, find the length of the side A. Do not use a calculator. So actually, let's start with number 4. Find the length of this side A without using a calculator. All right. Actually, we can find this missing angle because angle sum of a triangle is 180 degrees. Okay. So we can find that angle. So we can say 180, measure of angle B is equal to 180 degrees minus 105 minus 45. And then 105 and 45 is 150. So that this angle is 30 degrees. And then I'm told to find the measure of angle A. So I can say A over sine A over sine A, because 45 degrees is a special angle. Remember, the question says do not use a calculator. So that's why I'm trying to use sine A. Okay, A over sine A is equal to B over sine B. So I have 8 over sine 30. So A opposite to angle A over sine A is equal to B over sine B. That's what I'm using. And then I solve for A. So when I solve for A, I will have A sine 30 is equal to 8 sine 45. But you know that sine 30 and sine, and these are in degrees, by the way. So we know that sine 30 and sine 45 degrees are special angles. Sine 90 is 30 is 1/2. And by the way, I can just isolate A. So I have 8 sine 45 degrees all over sine 30. Then now I put in the ratios that I have. Okay, so now I'm going to put in the ratios of sine 45 degrees is √2 over 2. So all they're trying to see is, do you remember your unit circle? Somebody wants to know if you remember your unit circle. So even in sine, cosine rule, unit circle is still there. So 8 multiply root 2 over 2 divided by sine 30 is 1/2. All right, so we now solve this problem. If I multiply the numerator by 2 and multiply the denominator by 2, I will end up having A is equal to, if I open this parenthesis, I have 8 root 2 multiplied 2, so this 2 will go. So I have 8 root 2 in the numerator. If I multiply here, I have 2 over 2, which is 1. So my answer, final answer will be 8 root 2. They did not give me a unit, so I'm just going to leave it like that. So 8 root 2 is my final answer. So just know that they will still be testing your knowledge of unit circle, even when you get to polar coordinates, even when you get to all the things you are doing, you'll be seeing unit circle. Okay, let's go to number 5. They will ask us to use unit circle though, whether we remember or not. Okay, so number 5, and then after that we go and solve a triangle. In number 5, it says find the exact length. Find the exact length of side A. So this side A, they want me to find the exact length. Meanwhile, they told me not to use calculator again. In other words, I should remember my units, my special right triangles and unit circles. Another way of telling me I need to remember my special right triangles and unit circle. So the first thing I want to do is find, because I'm looking for the side A, I have to know the angle A. So that angle, if I add up, I have 180 minus 120, that's 15. And then I have 180 minus 135. And 180 minus 135 is 45. So the measure of angle A is 45 degrees. So I'm now ready to find the side A. So I'm going to use that. There are so many ways you can do it though, but we want to use side A. We want to use sine rule. So A, I want to write it this way. A over sine A equal to B over sine B. I have B here. B is 10 over sine 120. Sine of 120. All right, then I'll solve for A. And by the way, my sine A 45 degrees, so I can write 45 degrees there immediately. So A over sine 45 degrees is equal to 10 over sine 120. Sine of 120 is in the second quadrant. All students take calculus. All students take calculus. Sine is positive in the second quadrant. The reference angle to 120 is 60. That's 180 minus 120. So the reference angle is 60. Okay, so I can just, I already know that sine 60 is 1/2. So I am going to write, let me still write sine 120 here that way. Okay, now solve for A. So now that I'm solving for A, I have 10 multiplied sine 45 degrees over sine 120. So sine 45 degrees, we already know is root 2 over 2. So root 2 over 2 right here. Sine 60 is root 3 over 2. I hope you still remember. If you don't remember, you go and check your special right triangles. So reference angle in the second quadrant is 60. Sine of 60 is root 3 over 2. In the second quadrant, sign is positive, so no change of signs. Then I can multiply the numerator and denominator. See, this simplification, you can do it any way you like. Any way you want to do it, that's good. Okay, but I like to clear the, so I want to multiply the numerator and denominator by 2. So my A is equal to numerator 10 multiply root 2 over 2, multiply everything here by 2, divided by root 3 over 2 multiply by 2. So I think this is the way I like to clear fractions. This will go with this, and this will go with this. So now in the numerator, this implies, A implies 10 root 2 over root 3. Whether I'm told or not, I already know that I should not leave a radical in the denominator. So I have to rationalize the denominator. So I'll bring down that and rationalize. So A is equal to 10 root 2 multiply root 3 over root 3 times root 3. All right, so I rationalize the denominator, and I have 10 root 6 in the numerator, 10 root 6 over 3. And that's all I can do. I'm told to leave my answer in exact form. I'm told to leave my answer in exact form, so that is what I can do. Okay, so the next question now is going to be solve the triangle. Solving a triangle in, of course, you know, a triangle has 3 sides and 3 angles. Most of the time, you're given only 3 properties, and you're told to find the rest. So I'm going to clear any questions so far. Can you see the board? Somebody? Yes or no? Can you see the board?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Any question?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now let's go to question number 6. We want to solve the kind of question you will have in the test. There are some questions, you know, when you see them, you know, there are, because a test is still going to be like a trigonometric test. That's why we want to make sure we cover the things that are, if somebody says, did you do trigonometry? They ask you questions that make sure you did trigonometry. Okay, so in number 6, we are given an acute triangle, and we are given angle between. We're given 2 angles, and we can find the missing angle. This time, they did not ask us to leave our answer in exact form. That means we can use our calculator to simplify. Okay, so I can just quickly get my calculator and find the missing angle. Find that missing angle. So I'm going to clear. So I have 180. Angle sum of a triangle is 180 minus 59. They are in degrees, minus 65. When I hit enter, I have 56. So the missing angle, which is angle A, is 56. 56. So the missing angle is 56. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to do is, first of all, they told me to find, say, determine the remaining sides and angles. So another way of saying solve the triangle. Whenever you hear solve the triangle, you know you'll told to find all the 6 properties, all the missing sides and angle, solve the triangle. So they didn't tell me, so I just found one. This is, everybody see, if you're told to solve a triangle, you're expected to have 3 answers. So Then the first answer I found is 56 degrees. So the measure of angle A is 56 degrees. Make yourself a box or a circle. Make yourself a box or a circle. Then whenever you find any missing angle or side, you put it in there. Because see, if you scatter it, if you're, I know the computer is marking your paper this time, but sometimes you give it to a teacher to mark, and they cannot be looking for your answers everywhere. So please organize your answer in a circle or a rectangle. So okay, now so I'm looking for one of the sides. I got to find all of them though. So I'm given only one side. Because I'm given side A, I can start with A over sine A. And I am not given any other side, but I am given both of the angles. So I can use either C or B. So I can say C over sine C. All right. So now I plug in what I know. Okay, I just plug in what I know. If I like, I can solve for C immediately. So I can actually say C sine A is equal to A sine C. And then I will, because I'm looking for C, I divide both sides by sine A. Okay, and this cancels. So C, small letter C. I'm talking about the side C. So the side C is A. What is my A? 11 meters. So they kind of told my answer should be in meters. 11 multiplied by sine C. Sine C, actually, where is my C? Sine 59 degrees all over sine A. Sine A. Okay, yes, sine 59 degrees all over sine A, and sine A is 56 degrees. Okay. Okay. Now I will throw that into my calculator and find the final answer. So I am going to get all those in my calculator. I'm going to clear, and I'm working in degrees. So I can put my mode in degree, even though I don't think it makes a lot of, but I'm going to put my mode in degree because the angles are in degree. If the angles are in radian, then I will put my mode in radian. So now I'm ready to find the value of C. I work with the numerator first. 11 multiplied by sine of 59 degrees plus parentheses. I'll enter, then divide my answer with sine 56 degrees, sine 56 degrees, and then I clear my close parentheses. I hit enter. Of course, I'm looking for a distance. So the distance cannot be negative. So if I cannot find my answer to be negative, then somebody screwed up. If my answer is negative, somebody screwed up. All right, so C, let me see how many decimal points did they want me to do my answer. They will tell me to leave my answer. Round, do not round until the final answer, then round to the nearest 100, 2 decimal places. Round to the nearest 100. So 2 decimal places. So the value of sine C is 11.37. 11.37. I'll come over here. C is equal to 11.37 meters. Everybody look, this is very important. Organize your work. That way it will not be messed up. Okay, so now I found that I need to find B also. A is given to me. Okay, so let me go and find, so I just find C. Now I need to find B. All right. So I'm going so that I will have some kind of, I'm going to clear. Come on. All right. So I'm going to use sine rule again to find the. So this is what is called solving. You're told to find all the misses, then you are solving the triangle. So I'm looking for C over sine. C is equal to, then I can use any of the sides. I can say A over sine A or B over sine B. A over sine A. Okay, then I plug in what I already have. I should have only one unknown after plugging in. I should have only one unknown after plugging in. All right, so C over sine C. Okay, sine, this is my C here. Sine C is sine 59 degrees. Sine 59 degrees is equal to A. A is 11 over sine A, sine of 56 degrees. Then I'll isolate C. Then I isolate C. So now I have C is equal to 11 multiply sine 59 degrees divided by sine 50. So these are in degrees. So remember, I'm working in degrees. If they give me the angle in radians, then I will change the mode. So I will make sure that the mode is in degree before I continue solving. So now I will solve that. Throw them in my calculator. So 11 multiply sine 59 degrees close parenthesis, hit enter, then divide by sine of 56 degrees, close parenthesis, and I'll hit enter. So my answer is approximately 11.37. So let me look. Those two answers look like, all right. Okay, almost 11.37. So the missing, did I find C twice? Okay, did I find C? I'm not supposed to find C twice. Okay, I should be finding B. Okay, no wonder, because he gave me the same answer. That's a long. All right. Okay, I should be looking for B. Sorry. Okay, I should be looking for B. No wonder, because I've got the same number. I was wondering. All right. So I'm looking for B, side B. Okay. And to find side B, then I am what about sine B is equal to, then I can use A over sine A. Give me for that. All right, then plug in, okay, sine B. So this is A over sine A. Okay, and I want to put in what the B is. B over sine B, let's get sine B. So this is 60 degrees, sine 65 degrees. I was wondering why the two answers are the same. Okay. So 11 multiplied sine 65 degrees divided by sine 50 degrees. So now I'm going to get a calculator. And I will. Okay. So now I have 11 multiplied sine 65 degrees. 11 multiply sine of 65 degrees plus parenthesis equal to, what did I divide? It doesn't make sense. It's supposed to be multiply. Okay. Then divided by sine 56 degrees plus parenthesis. All right, so that makes more sense. So the missing side B is equal to approximately 12.03 to 2 decimal places. And my answer should be in meters. 12.03 meters. Okay, now I have found all the missing angles and sides. All right, I don't think we need to do another one. I think we need to do another one, but let me see. So you'll be told to solve a triangle. I'm sure it's in the test. Want to make sure that we clear the things that we already have there. Then I will produce the practice test for your class tomorrow. And then when we come on Thursday, we meet on Thursday again. Friday will be test number 3 and I moved it because it's not fair to just meet one day. Okay. Determine the remaining sides and angles of the triangle where A is equal to that, B is equal. Do not round. Draw the triangle. So we draw the triangle to draw it. This is a sketch. So and I'll name this angles. And my sketch may not look like the so this is 105.16 degree, 105.16 degree. All right, and this angle B is 25.84 degrees, and the side B is 240. Side B is 240 given to us. Then I can find, I'm trying to find all the missing sides and angles. So I might as well start from B. So angle sum of a triangle is 180 degrees. So I can find B quickly. So I will just subtract 180 degrees minus 105.16 and minus again 25.84, and then whatever remains is the measure of angle B. So the measure of angle B is 49. So this one right here is 49. Okay. Okay, so now I have only one out of, remember I'm solving a triangle. So I am solving a triangle, and I can as well put it in there, but I can make my own box or circle, whatever I want to make, a circle or a box, that way. So the measure of angle B is 49 degrees. Okay, and now that I have measure of angle B, I'm looking for the measure of angle A and the measure of angle, not angle, I mean side B. So this is side B, this is side A. Actually, A, B, C, that makes more sense. Makes more sense. Come on. Okay. All right. So B is 20. I want to make sure I write B with the way where it should be. So this is B, 25.84. And then they did not give me C. If I found C. Okay. So the measure of angle C. That's what I've been. No. Okay. So the measure of angle C is 49 degrees. Okay. So the next thing I want to find is the measure of angle C, measure of side C, measure of side C. So C over sine C is equal to B over sine B, B over sine B. And I don't have C. All right, so I am looking for C. So I have C over sine C, sine of 49 degrees is equal to B is 240 given to me over sine B. Sine B is 25.84. Then I will now find the measure of side C. So the measure of side C is equal to 240 multiply sine 49 degrees, 49 degrees divided by sine of 25.84. In my calculator, .84, and then close parenthesis, and then the side is 415 to 2 decimal places, 415.57 is the measure of size C. And so I'm going to put it in there. So measure of size C is 415.57. Okay, C is equal to 415.57. All right. The next thing I want to find, I have found one angle, found one side. So there is a missing side, and that missing side is side A. Side A is not given to me. Okay, so I'm just going to write an equation for sine A, for that A. And A is equal to B over sine B. I'm going to rewrite it. The sine A given to me, sine A is 105.14. So let's put it in there. So 105.16. And sine B, let me move a little bit, 25.84, 25.84, 25.84, and this is 240. So now we can solve for A. Therefore, A is equal to Cross multiply here, 240 multiply sine 105.16 105.16 divided by sine 25.84. And get a calculator as usual. Missing side. Now you have finished. Now you have finished finding the missing side. So, and as soon as we do cosine rule, we do parallelogram rule.